Hello everybody, today we'll talk on OOPS concept. OOPS stands for Object Oriented Programming System. The basic concept of OOPS is to create objects, reuse them throughout the program and manipulate these objects to get results. Four principles behind object oriented programming are encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance and polymorphism. OOPS is a programming language based on the concept of objects, which may contain data in the form of fields known as attributes and codes in the form of procedures often known as methods. The main aim of OOPS is to bind together data and methods that operate on them so that no other part of the code can access this data except the function. Now we will see in detail about object. Object has two characteristics. One is state, the next one is behavior. Let us see an example, man. Man has state, name, age, gender, occupation. Behavior, eat, sleep, walk, run, smile. State is a data and behavior is a method. State of an object is represented by variables and behavior of an object is represented by methods. Object is an instance of class. Class is a template from which objects are created with similar characteristics. Example, let us take cake mold. In cake mold, you can make n number of cakes. Here, cake mold is a class or template. Cakes you get is an object. You can make any type of cake like banana cake, pineapple cake, chocolate cake and so on. Cakes may be any type but their basic characteristics are similar. This is the syntax for class. Here, new cake is an object. C is the object reference. Next, data abstraction. Data abstraction is a process where you show only relevant data and hide unnecessary details of an object from the user. Let us take an example, WhatsApp. In WhatsApp, you just send text message, voice message or video but do not know how it internally works. Abstraction let you focus on what the object does instead of how it does it. This is the syntax for abstraction with example. Next principle is encapsulation. Encapsulation means binding object, state and behavior together. That is binding data and methods together. If you are creating class, you are doing encapsulation. This feature keeps the data safe from outside interference and misuse. This led to the concept of data hiding. Look at this example. In this example, variable length and breadth are private. This means that it can be accessed only by members of the class rectangle but not by any part of the program. This is the simple example of encapsulation. Inheritance. Inheritance can be defined as a process where one class acquires all the properties and behaviors of parent class. Parent class is a superclass and derived class is a subclass. Let us take an example, fruit. Mango, banana and jackfruit are derived classes which inherits all the properties and behavior of parent class fruit. The main advantage of inheritance is reusability. It allows us to reuse the code and functions of parent class. Extends is the keyword used to inherit the properties of base class. This is the syntax for inheritance. Super is a base class. Extends inherits all the properties of base class. Polymorphism. Poly means many. Polymorphism is the ability of an object to take many forms. In this concept, we can perform a single action in different ways. Let us take an example, shape. It takes many forms: square, rectangle, rhombus, and so on. There are two types of polymorphism achieved in Java: method overloading or compile time polymorphism, method overriding or runtime polymorphism. First, we'll see method overloading. Single method may behave differently depending on type or number of arguments in it. This is called compile time polymorphism. Java allows a function to have the same name but distinguish them by their number and type of arguments. Look at this example. Here, the function add takes two integer arguments is different from the function add taking two float arguments and taking int float arguments. This is method overloading. Runtime polymorphism. It resolves at runtime than compile time. So it is called runtime or dynamic polymorphism. It is achieved through method overriding. Child class overrides parent class. Look at this example. In this example, rhombus, rectangle and square inherits draw method and sites method from base class shape. But area is different for each shapes. It overrides the method area during runtime called runtime polymorphism. Thus, OOPS explained. Thank you. Please do subscribe my channel for more Java tutorials.